For the last century, the movie watching experience has become one of the most widely used forms of entertainment. And it is the suspension of their disbelief that captures an audience into believing, at least for the moment, that the fictional movie on screen is a work of non-fiction.
It's a way for you as a storyteller to really immerse someone, make them believe that they are in that world, in that space.
Damn it, look at me!
And one of the attributes of that suspension lies in the process of seamless editing, where the edit happens so smoothly that it's invisible, and the audience forgets the cut even occurred. The invisibility of the cut relies not only on the edit, but the type of scene taking place. This is clear in an action scene, where the cut occurs on the part of the moving action, and the subsequent shot continues the action. Or in a dialogue scene, where the cut occurs before the person finishes talking, thereby smoothing the cut using dialogue. The viewer presents as God in this case, being able to watch from different perspectives without feeling intrusive. This can be taken to the extreme, hiding all of the cuts. This technique was famously used in Alfred Hitchcock's Rope, where cuts are hidden behind the illusion of passing through blackness on the frame. And that same technique has been used in subsequent films, like Alejandro Iñárritu's Birdman. While it can be used for marketing, for film buffs to geek out to, or purposely to bring a sense of exhaustion to the viewer like in the Sam Mendes film 1917, it definitely serves its purpose. But what about when the editing is purposely visible? A form that puts the editor naked in front of the viewer, exposing the movie for what it is. The art of visible editing. In this case, verisimilitude, or the believability of truth in a movie, isn't necessarily what the filmmaker strives for.
That's like a theory that I don't think is actually a practice. Some people discuss that or talk about that. I mean, I've never watched a movie I didn't know I was watching a movie.
When a movie wants the audience to know this is a movie, the editor has a lot of control. Take for example the Guy Ritchie masterpiece Snatch, an editor's wet dream. In this scene where Brad Pitt's character is embroiled in an all-important bare-knuckle boxing match, the edits don't follow a seamless pattern. In a fight he is supposed to lose, it begins with handheld movements and very little cutting on action, where punches go from start to finish in the same shot. This increases the realism and almost documentary style of the fight. We are current observers along with the crowd. Then, it does a complete 180, with the audience cheers cut out, and a montage of stylistic jump cuts and sound effects while these two fighters battle. Editor John Harris utilizes added sounds of dog-like huffing and puffing and freeze frames, which beautifully intensify the chaos that exists in this moment within the fighters. We are now inside the minds of these guys. The editing is loud, it's in your face, it wants us to be aware of its bold choices, and it's just plain fucking cool. Later, we see Jason Statham's character giving Pitt a pep talk, but the motion slows down, while his audio doesn't match the video, furthering the disconnect between the two and using the edit to let the audience know Pitt's character is as detached to his words as we are.
What the fuck are you doing, Mickey? You're dancing like a fairy. You'll hang us with the ring ropes if they think it's rigged. Get out there and hurt him. For fuck's sake, do not knock him out.
There's purposefully no subtlety. It's in our face that they don't care about each other, and the editing is used to show it. It's not fear, it's rage. Contrast that with this scene from Southpaw, where Jake Gyllenhaal's character is in his corner. The edit utilizes close-ups and over-the-shoulders to give us a sense of their relationship. It's not stylistic, but it's not supposed to be. It's invisible editing. This is a true moment of distress, with both characters in this together. It's not rage, it's fear.
Don't let this man control you. Don't let him control you.
Visible editing is also evident when it purposefully plays into the character's psyche. This scene from Woody Allen's Deconstructing Harry perfectly demonstrates how using editing that the filmmaker wants the audience to see elicits what is about to come into the scene. Here we see Lucy get out of a taxi to confront Woody Allen's character of exposing their affair. We see multiple takes of the taxi pulling up with jump cuts as she gets out, over and over. We then leave the scene entirely, making the audience feel the same disjointed feeling. 5 minutes later, we come back to the scene, and again multiple jump cuts and takes as she finally enters the house. We can feel the exhaustion of the character. It's as if she has spent that entire time trying to leave the taxi, as if nothing is going right for her, and her distress is portrayed on the screen without her even saying anything. It's almost like a writer typing a story, then deleting and rewriting over and over. Then when she finally arrives, after an argument with Woody Allen's character, she pulls a gun out to kill herself. Not taking it seriously, Allen's character tells her to put it back. We then see a jump cut with her switching positions. It's disjointed, as if her character now has a different mindset. And indeed, she now decides that instead wants to kill him. The editing informs the story, the minds of the character, and the feelings of the audience. It's a brilliant way to tell a story. The power of the editor cannot be overstated, and the ability to shine through or hide in the background is that of legends. To propel a story forward, whether jump cutting to emphasize a character's disgusting habits as in Layer Cake, or using colors and overlays to pay homage to older films as in Kill Bill, the art of visible editing is meticulous and well thought out. And for those who are looking for a movie to not resemble the reality of life, there's really nothing better.